In Minecraft, one thing that's really overlooked is water, but in my opinion, I think it's probably the most important part of the game. Not only in a mechanical sense, but also an environmental sense, because it's just so fun to play with, and you can use it for so many different things, such as decorating, or maybe creating contraptions. It's just so useful, and I'm going to show you a few things that you can use it for, and how these things are now possible due to recent updates in Minecraft. Hope you enjoy the video, guys. If you do, please leave a like. My name is The Killstar, and let's get right into it. So one idea that people came up with quite often was creating lava lamps, now that there's a new update where items will float up to the top of water, and it was a really cool idea, so I decided to make one of my own, should I say, and it works pretty well. The only issue that I had was items were getting stuck on the glass panes, and I didn't want to use glass blocks because you can't really see through them that well. Glass planes are a bit thinner and you can kind of get closer to them. Now if I just activate this lever, what it will do is activate a dispenser, which is just at the bottom of the water source, and eventually items will float to the top, as you see here. So I've got different coloured wool. The issue with it is that the texture for Minecraft, which is vanilla, isn't the best. It's probably better if you get like a shader pack or one that's got clear water so you can see the colours a bit better. If I set it to nighttime, you might notice it a little bit better. As you can see, it kind of adds that fluorescent touch to it a little bit. It looks pretty cool. One way I think that would improve this is if you add some lighting around it. Maybe that'd help. I'm not too sure. Maybe try it out for yourself. But this is just a basic concept. I'll show you how it works. Basically, if I go down here, that lever that I just activate there activates a redstone clock, which then goes into a dispenser here with different coloured wool. Now, it's not a very productive creation. I wouldn't use it in a survival world. If you really are desperate, then go ahead and do it. You can. The only issue is that resources can despawn at the top, so unless you're constantly coming here to check up on it, your resources that are flowing up, so your wool, will float to the top. One way you could stop this is if you added a separate flow which wasn't visible of water and added that into a hopper, which then sent the item back into a chest. But I really don't see the point of having it in a survival world. It's just too much effort. No point. Really isn't any point. Anyway, I'm going to switch this off. Now, with the new flow of water, it gave me another idea. And it wasn't just my idea at first. I actually did some research and found that a lot of people are doing this as well. With water sources, if you add a sign in between the flow of water, you will actually have a loop. And what it will do is any items that are dropped in there will just spin around and they won't stop. They'll just keep going and going in a big circle, like so. And I thought this was awesome, because with hoppers and dispensers and all that sort of stuff in the redstone world, then you can actually make some really cool stuff with this. And that's where I got thinking. So guys, if I go down here into my little hatch, and I'll go through here, I have this new system. Now, it's not a new system that I've created, it's actually something that I found other players doing on Minecraft, and I found it really interesting, and I wanted to try it for myself, and I wanted to see what I could do with it. Now, obviously, this is the basic system that everyone uses, and what I've done here is I've connected a redstone clock into a dispenser filled with, well, diamonds, because everyone loves diamonds. And that dispenser, when activated with the clock, will repeatedly just shoot out the items through this flow of water. And because the flow of water will eventually end, it hits a sign to break it up and start a new flow of water. And then that flow of water is then broken up again and brought into this one, where this flow of water here will eventually ping the items out into this hopper, and then that hopper will send it into this chest. Now, I thought that's pretty cool. That is really cool, because you could use this for decoration as well, or maybe if you were creating like a giant industrial building, you could use it as decoration for that, as transporting your items. The only issue I have with it is that the glass textures are a little bit messy, but I guess that doesn't really matter. That's a minor inconvenience. So let me just activate this and show you what it does. So obviously the diamonds are being flown out, and they're going into this hopper here and into this chest, which is really cool. But then I thought, hang on, hoppers can go into furnaces, and if I put coal into a hopper, that coal will go into the furnace, and if I also put items into another hopper, those items will go into a furnace. But then if I put a hopper underneath the furnace, it's going to remove those smelted items and then bring them out. So I thought I could actually make a physically visible smelting system in Minecraft. So if I come through here, obviously, you can see what I've done here. It's a bit sore on the eyes because I'm not the best at building, and redstone is not my biggest, well, or best skill. But what you see here is a smelting system. Now I'm going to explain it as best I can. Now, people who are good at redstone will understand this very easily. You'll know straight away how this is done. But basically, what I've got here is a system which transfers your items that you want smelting, similar to that system there, and another system for your coal. Now, the coal system transports the coal into these hoppers at the rear right here, if you can see those, and those hoppers send the coal into these furnaces, and then the top item system transfers your items into these top hoppers here, which evenly distributes the items into the furnace here. Now, after that's done and those items have been smelted, they'll pop out in these two hoppers. So there's a hopper there and a hopper there, and into these dispensers here. And because these dispensers are on a loop right there, powered by that clock, they'll just fire out the items that have been smelted, and those will land into this hopper here and this hopper here, and end up in this chest, which is really awesome. And if I go up here, this one is for my items as labelled appropriately. If I throw in my golden ore and my iron ore, or even your own food, you can do it with food, and I throw my coal in this one here, we should see these furnaces start to switch on. There you go. So as you can see, coal is being distributed in the furnaces, and so are the items. Now it all depends on what item is, where the item is at that point and where it lands. Some items might not go evenly into this hopper, some might not go into that one there. It just all depends on how far that item will fly out. But there's nothing really you can do about that. But yeah, as you can see, my items that are being smelted will be shot out of these dispensers, like so. You gotta be careful not to get too close to it, because it can, you can end up picking up the items, and you don't want that. So I'll just cover it up a bit. And there you go, it lands in the hopper right there, and in that hopper, your items will begin to come out. So we've got 33 iron and 10 gold, and now we have 11 gold, and it's really nice. Now, one challenge that I have for anyone who's watching this video is to try and make this yourself and see if you can get more furnaces to activate, because the issue I had is that you can't really get the water to fling the items that far out, so you can't get the water to fling them to maybe a hopper that's 4 blocks away, which means you can't have more furnaces. It'd be nice if I could find a way so that I can have different furnaces on at the same time, maybe have more furnaces on at the same time, because right now you can only smelt 2 items at a time. But to be fair, if you want an automatic smelting system and you want it to look nice in a big industrial area, this is the perfect thing for you. You should try it out. Now obviously, one important thing about water that we'll never forget, and that everyone knows about Minecraft, is that water can be used for an elevator. Now obviously, if you just jump into it, you can go up and you can pop out. Simple as that. It's perfect for making yourselves your little tree bases, or getting yourself up and down inside a base in general. And with the new function to be able to swim quicker upwards and downwards, it makes it so much easier. Another feature with water that many veteran Minecrafters will know is that with a 2x2 area filled with water with a 1 block height, you can actually have an unlimited supply of water, as you can see, and that still works up to this date. The next thing we can't forget about water is this. Obviously, it's so important to get to the Nether at some point in the Minecraft survival life, because that's where you get many resources that can give you much XP, and some resources that you need to actually progress in the game in the future. So if we add water, we create obsidian, which is, well, something that's been in Minecraft for quite a while now, and it's something that everyone should know. Might be a bit pathetic to add that into this video, but some people may not know this. After all, Minecraft is becoming quite a popular game, and we want new players to understand what they're doing and enjoy the game. Next up is the simple cobblestone generator. So obviously, if you build this little structure here, you take 3 blocks out there, 1 block there, and a block there. Every time you removed this bit of cobble, the lava that you place here and the water placed in this area here will come and meet together and create cobblestone, and it will just do it continually, non-stop. It's the easiest way of getting cobble. Not to mention, water is a super important and super efficient way of getting yourself food. Now, Minecraft added the option to manually fish now, which is really awesome. You are able to fish for food which is visible, which is a really nice feature to the game, because now you can actually see the fish that you're going for. Another nice thing that I like about Minecraft is the fact that they've added in the little sprays of water from where the fish is coming towards the rod, or the bait, should I say. And I think this should have been in Minecraft from the start, really. Visible fish, visible animals. The more creatures and mobs in Minecraft, the better, in my opinion. You don't want to forget, guys, that water also stops the destruction of TNT. Like so. It also stops the destruction of creepers, so if you do come in contact with a creeper and it explodes in water, it's not going to destroy anything, but be warned, it can damage you. Now we are really under the water, and in this little area here, there are so many possibilities. We've got kelp, we've got seagrass, we've got turtles, we have so much. We even have these little new things here, which light up the sea, and these are called sea pickle. That's the one, sea pickle. And they create a light source, which is really nice. It's really helpful just for lighting up maybe an underwater base, or just to see where you're going underwater. It's really, really efficient. Back when I used to play Minecraft in the earlier days, the oceans were kind of boring. There was nothing really to see. It was just water and squids. That was literally it. But now we have so many possibilities. We have new mobs which have been added, such as the turtles. We've also got the drown, which are really cool, which are basically underwater zombies. We've got the pufferfish, which are really, really kind of cute in a way, but kind of useless, if you ask me. We then have the salmon, which are awesome. Now this goes back to what I was saying with physical food and fish. You can actually see these fish, which is really cool. Of course, we can't forget the squids. Can't forget the old squids. And we even have beautiful dolphins. Hell yes. Let's have it. Personally, my favourite at the moment are the tropical fish because of the variety. It's really cool just being able to fill up a pond and add these in. As you can see, tropical fish can make quite a nice little difference, which I just think these little things and little features in Minecraft are just great. They're just really cool. Now, all this talk about water has given me an idea, and I'm not going to disclose what that idea is yet because it's going to be in another video, but it's going to be awesome. Now, you're probably thinking, Killstar, how are you going to make a video about water again? What is there you can possibly do with it? But that's the exciting part, I guess, and that's what makes it a bit interesting, because you never actually can use the water enough in this game, and there's so much you can do with it, but I'm going to leave that for another video. Anyway guys, that's the end of this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe if you would like to see more content, and hit that notification button. I am a new channel and I am starting out, and I hope to bring you guys the best content possible on Minecraft, so I want to know what you guys want to see, so just let me know in the comments. I would really appreciate that, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Peace.